Hello, once again. Well, I do have a theme for this one, but it's kind of not an easy theme to talk on. This is about shadow work. So, firstly, you probably have heard the term, but I feel like many people don't actually understand what shadow work is or what it actually is about. So, I wanted to make a little talk and speak of this, but I want to say here I'm not perfect in this theme either. I speak a lot from personal experiences. You can call that however you want. Dark night of the soul, I had many of them, or just depressions, everything. I had enough of that. I might not seem like it, but this is kind of what shadow work is about. Okay? So, firstly, I want to get rid of some misconceptions. Integrating your shadow, yes, does not mean that you accept your bad behavior and say, yeah, that's just my shadow coming out. No, that's wrong. If you know you're doing it, like you're doing something bad or behaving wrong, that is not integrating your shadow, that is being an asshole and deciding it is fine like that. So, yes, sorry to break that on your head, but that's just how it is. Actually integrating your shadow is a process of acceptance, but not just that, it is also a process of discernment and a lot of self-love. So firstly, if you wish to integrate your shadow, you have to realize what your shadow is. For this, you first have to realize who you are. Okay, so you can't even begin with shadow work until you are in the realization of yourself. Okay? Yes, I'm also sorry to break that to you. You cannot jump that step. It does not work. This will be a lot of probably paradoxical ideas and just some philosophical sayings, but actual truth about stuff like this cannot be put into the feeble human wording that you all love so much. Yes, I'm good at communicating, but what you understand is still kind of dependent on you and how far you are in your journey. So, firstly, to realize these aspects of you is to understand what your true self wants to be and then see where you are acting out of that behavior that you would want to have. It means like you're controlling your emotions. I'm against bottling up your emotions. You should release your emotions, but you should release them in a mannered way. When someone hurts you, they usually, not usually, but often don't actually realize how hurtful they are. At least, like a friend or someone who talks to you, family who talks to you, and then they hurt you and they don't even realize they hurt you. Of course, there are others that want to hurt you. And with this, the shadow also helps. Okay? Your shadow is something inside of you that has a lot of power. You can kind of easier comprehend it if you compare like your conscious and your subconscious mind. Your conscious mind would be your light being, and your subconscious mind would be your shadow. It is not something bad, okay? It is also not something good. It's just the other part of you, okay? So to cope with stuff, you usually go into your shadow. If something is very painful and you go... a little burp. Sorry. Maybe it's confirmation, I don't know. But when you are angry, you step into your shadow. Integrating your shadow means you are angry, but you are in control of it. A not integrated shadow is not in control of it, then the emotion controls you. Okay, that means you have not done any shadow work. And this does not only work with anger. It also is with pain. It also is with any kind of separation. It also is pain in the heart, emotional pain. It's also excitement. It's not just negatives, as I said. Okay? It's not just the dark side. Even though we call it the shadow, it's not just the dark side of you. If you are overly excited and cannot control it, then your shadow takes over. The other side of you, which acts without any intention, without any plan. It just acts. That is your shadow. Integrating your shadow does not mean you are smashing it down. It also does not mean you're controlling it like some fucking guy riding a horse. It means you're aware of it. It's awareness. Integrating your shadow is awareness of yourself. So, to work on this, try to realize that you're not the one having the emotion, but the one experiencing them. Emotions come and go. Feelings come and go. People in your life come and go. Money comes and goes. Your occupation comes and goes. Friends come and go. Family, sadly, also comes and goes eventually. Well, I believe the real family you choose yourself, and yes, that can also be your related people, but it can also be friends. The actual family is chosen by you. Those are all things that you slowly realize when integrating your shadow. Okay? Because the shadow is the other side of your thinking, the other side of your being. There's many, I call them fake spiritualists, that go around and tell people, why are you like that? You have to work on yourself. You have to integrate your shadow, If someone says that to you, he has not integrated his shadow. Because when your shadow is integrated, you do not judge others. You get me? You just don't. You judge yourself. You judge how you perceive something. That is true integration of the shadow. When you see something and your mind is not jumping to the conclusion, that is bad, that is good. it's jumping to the conclusion, why do I think this way? Why do I see it this way? That is being full. That is being both sides of yourself. Just realizing and then asking yourself, why? That's the easiest way to come closer to your true self and to the balance of your shadow and your light being, is just asking why. And not asking it into the world, asking it to yourself. Why? Why am I telling you this? And maybe it's because you are at a point in your life where you have to hear this, to learn from it. Asking myself, why am I telling you this? Because to me, this is experience. This is being a scholar of my own life. So, if you wish to integrate your shadow, work on your perception of things. Ask yourself why you have that perception of things. And then slowly you will realize that emotions that come and go are not what you feel. They are a frequency that comes through you either way, but you are the one here perceiving them. Okay? Outside. You are not your emotions. You are the one perceiving them. I might do another video on shadow work in the future, but I think this is it for now. There's many more things to say about this theme, many more, but step by step. I do not have a list of points, you know. I am just telling you. I'm telling you as it comes. I don't use a script because I want it to be real. And yes, I sometimes repeat myself, or I switch the theme in an instant, and that's just how it is. If you cannot handle that, you do not have to listen to me. That is also good part of shadow work. Realizing you do not have to listen to others. You do not have to listen to yourself. Integrating your shadow is a very big step towards detaching from this world, detaching from the program. Loosening the connection between you and the Matrix. And with Matrix, I mean, you can think however you want, but I do not mean actual codes, but the system we are living in, every one of us. So, yeah, I think that's all for now. Thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoy your week. And yeah. Integrate your shadow, my dear. I know you can. It's just very hard to look at it. I know. That other version of yourself that is so lost in rules and programming and sadness and senses, like, yeah, I know. but work on it. Lust also comes from the shadow side of yourself a lot. Because shadow is a lot in the moment. It does not plan. It does not care about the past. Which also kind of makes it your true self, because you only exist in this moment. Right now. You do not exist in the future. You do not exist in the past. You are existing right now. And the shadow knows that. Your shadow knows that. That's why it's always in the moment. Anger hits you in the moment. Strong emotions overwhelm you in the moment. Just think about that and use the question, why? More. Ask more. Just why? And ask yourself. You can also ask this into the world a lot. But if you want to integrate your shadow, ask yourself, why? Why? Okay? You will manage. Do not worry. It takes a lot of time sometimes. Not all the time. Sometimes it hits you like a car on a fast street. Suddenly. But just because it can come suddenly doesn't mean you do not have to care. You do not have to look out for it. You should. All the time. And then it can come suddenly because you allow it. Yes? Okay. Yeah, this is... Now it's really enough, huh? So, as I said, enjoy your week. Enjoy your time. I'm happy to have you with me. And thank you for listening. Yeah. Namaste.